I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shoot N Plink. In fact, this is part 3 of our Ruger LCPII 22, the light rack. We're actually going to be firing this today, and it is cold out here, as you can tell. We got snow, we got ice, we got whatever, but it's a little sunny, so I thought I'd come out, clean things out on the place, and we're going to shoot up here. We're going to do some plinking, and then I'm going to shoot at some steel besides. It's probably going to be the easiest way out here right now today. And I've got some smaller ones. I've got different size that we're going to shoot at the Make It Ring AR-500 targets. In fact, the others are AR-500 too. The plinking bottles are the ones you've seen before. See me shoot them. And we're going to try shooting with this. We're going to do a couple of things. 3 different ammunitions, in fact. This one has got some Browning 1255 velocity in it, and we're also going to be shooting a couple of CCIs. One is the Quiet Auto. That's clear down to 800 and some feet per second with a 45 grain bullet. This has a 40 grain bullet. And another one we're going to fire is a CCI with a 40 grain bullet, but it is a standard. It is only 1070. So we're going to see if that will drop down and actually fire those. You know, it's really funny because that Quiet Auto has been firing at guns that otherwise will shoot only like 1260. So we're going to see what it does with this little thing. I'm really anxious to shoot this. This is going to be the first time it's fired. These are not long distance naturally. Look at the size of it. It's not much bigger than me just pointing my finger. And we're going to shoot this and see what happens. So let's get around here on the range here, and we're going to fire it at maybe about 3 different distances, you know, 5, 7, 10 yards right in there, and we'll see what it does. So as I said, let's turn around and start shooting. I've got you zoomed in on and we're going to get the plinking ones first, so they'll be out of our way so we can shoot those others. I'm going to rack one in, and that'll be 5 rounds. So we'll see what happens. We'll get up here and fire the shorter distance first. Don't really know what's going on with it. Well, like I said, this is the first time we fired it. I know it's not a misfire. It just would not shoot. Well, that's the last round. We're going to put that other round in, see what it does. Although, I don't think I want to. When I took it out, it hit the snow. You know what? We're going to just go ahead and fire the next ones. We're going to try some 1070 and see how that works. Okay, we'll try some 1070, see how this works, and I'll move back a little bit. Nope. It would not reset, so it won't cycle with that. We'll pop a round out, see if it'll cycle on the next one. We got something going on weird here. We're gonna get this open here, pop it out. I'll be back. We'll see what we do with the quiet one this time. Okay, we're gonna shoot some CCI Quiet. It's the Auto Quiet, and we'll see how this works, because if it doesn't work, this will be the first gun, the first semi-auto I've had that this ammo has not worked in. jammed. Well, by golly, it cycled. We just had a fluky jam, and you know what? I'm going to load some more of this and see how it works with that. So hang on here. Alright, I've got another 10 rounds loaded in here, and we'll see what it does. And I'm going to move back just a little bit. I'm going to go back to 10 yards, which would probably be about the max for this thing. See what it does. One little hiccup with it back there. For some reason one of the rounds did not cycle through, but the others did. So we're going to go back. I'm going to load it up again, this time with the 1255. So that's probably going to be the best. I'm not going to try that 1070 anymore. That just did not seem to work right. Alright, I'm going to go back to 10 yards again. And by the way, those are 6-inch targets on either end, 8 over there to the left, and then of course about the same size and distance. In fact, it's a 7, I think, for the small silhouette. So we're going to go back to 10 yards and fire it again. Okay, they all cycled good. You know, just for the heck of it, I know this is going to really be wild. I'm going to go back to 25 yards and see if this thing will actually hit it. Let me load it up and we'll try again. This is going to be long distance for this thing. Okay, I've even set up some plinking bottles for this longer distance. I don't know how I'll do with it. Like I said, this is only a 2.86 inch barrel, so not really a long distance gun without a doubt. We'll just have to see what it will do. I'm starting to think that I might have a bad magazine here too. I'm just not too sure. It's just something or other about the cycling on it. If you'd see what I mean, you'd know what I was talking about. Anyway, let's go back and try to shoot this at long distance. Well, I can't say it was the greatest at accuracy. I only got maybe a couple of, I don't know, there's 2 missing. I didn't set them all up. I don't remember. I did get some of the ones in the back when I shot at those, which is kind of hard to see back there. I was using the premium, the Federal Premium match. It's a Hunter match. It's a real good ammo, and I just wasn't quite sure about that. But you know, just for the heck of it, I'm going to load that ammo again. We're doing a lot of shooting here, you know that? We're going to load that ammo again, and we're going to fire it at the 10 yard and see how that works. Because as I said, this is not a long distance gun, but you could see it, you know, it did halfway decent. So hang on, I'm going to load it up again with some Federal, and we're going to shoot again. Well, as you know, this is a 10+1, and so I've loaded it with 10+1. We've got 10 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber, and we'll see how this cycles with this. I'm still thinking maybe I got a hiccup magazine, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it does with this Federal Premium Hunter match. I got 3 more to plink off, so we'll do that too, and then we'll fire at those others. What do you say I put those other 2 back up? I'll put the other 2 back up before we shoot this, and now we'll see what this does at the little bit closer range. Well, it cycled good. Didn't exactly do what I thought on shooting. Must be going off the side. I'm gonna have to shoot at paper sometime or other. But well, it's hitting things anyway, and looks like it's fallen within the qualification area. So let's you know, just hang on a minute. Okay, before we go, I want to see what that 1070 does again. I still got some rounds loaded in that magazine. We'll take a look here. That cycled. So that's the 1070, and it did cycle at 1070. So just for the heck of it, we're going to shoot some more. We're going to load this thing back up and see how it works with the 1070 again. Okay, I loaded this up again with 10 rounds of the CCI standard, which is a 1070 velocity. So let's see how it cycles this time. And this will be, I promise you, at least, well, I shouldn't have promised, but it'll be the last shooting here. Take safety off. Well, it cycled. So that was the 1070 velocity, so that shows you it'll drop down to there, and it'll even go to the 800 auto, the what they call Quiet
Okay, that
Auto.
was the Ruger LCPII Light Rack, the 22. It's the first time this gun has been fired. Now, I like to do that because it gives you the same experience that I get the first time you pick this up and actually shoot it. And we did a lot of shooting today because I told you part 3 would be shooting, and that's all we were going to do. We fired 4 different types of ammunition. It cycled them all, including the one that was the semi-auto quiet, which is only about 800 and some feet per second with a 45 grain bullet. It also cycled after we got through the hiccup mess, which I'm not sure what caused that because it went through okay then later, but we cycled the CCI standard, which is only 1070 with a 40 grain bullet. The other 2 we had, of course, was the Browning. That was a 1255 with a 40 grain bullet, and the Federal Match, which is the it's the Federal Premium. It's the Hunter Match, they call it, and I really like that round. It's a very good round, and that one's got a 40 grain bullet with 1060, I think it is, or 1260, I should say, for a velocity. So, you know, it has done well with all those ammunitions. Except for the little bit of a hiccup, like I said, that we had, and I just don't know if that might have been, I've got 3 magazines, and that one just seems like that might be a little bit of a problem with that one. Long distance wise though, I would say, you know, just for fun, like I did, just to see what happened, because I did hit the targets from 25 yards, but this is not a 25 yard gun. And by the way, I've got its big brother the LCPII 380, the Ruger LCPII 380, just arrived because while I was doing the video, I had a phone call from RJ McDaniel at B&B Hardware in Milan, and he's my FFL dealer, and he says the gun's ready for you to pick up anytime you want. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that. It just came in, and then we're gonna be doing probably a 3-part on that, and then comparing the two of them and seeing how they work. And we may do some shooting too with this on paper, just to see what it's doing. I just have a feeling it's firing a little to the left, it seems like. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.